welcome to Vlogmas Day 4. As you can probably hear from my voice, I am still not back to normal. In fact, I did not even post anything yesterday. I started filming. So let me just backtrack. Let me just tell you. Saturday, I was sick Thursday and Friday. Saturday, I woke up feeling... Oh, Molly, you want to be here too? Okay, there we go. Molly's laying down right in front of me. So, Saturday, I felt completely normal, except just maybe like a little tired. But by Saturday night, I was pretty tired. We had stayed up late waiting for Lily to get home from her job, from the wedding she was working at. And so it was fairly late when we went to bed. And then at 1:45 in the morning, Brad's phone rang. And anytime that happens, like, I'm sure you guys can understand if that's ever happened to you, but it woke me up in a complete panic, like heart pounding. It just like, so like, what's going on? Who's calling us? And it was a private number. So he answered it, and it was like, it was a prank. It was a prank call. It was like, a bunch of people yelling and like messing around and just, yeah. Anyway, they called 3 more times after that. I, at that point, was like full blown, like panicky feeling, because I just, you know, when you get woken up like that. So I was up for several hours then afterwards, which means when I woke up yesterday morning, I felt horrible. And then I just, yeah, it was just not, I just didn't feel well. We did go to church, and I was like, I filmed some of that, but then we got home and I just really just was lazy the rest of the day. And yeah, so I didn't film anything other than a little bit in the morning. So there was really nothing worth putting on, and I didn't have the energy to do it. So I woke up today feeling better than yesterday because I actually slept really well last night, which makes a big difference. I am drinking some hot tea. Look at this gorgeous mug. My son Ian just bought this for me for my birthday, which was last month. He got this this is hand thrown pottery, and he got this at a local store that sells handmade items. But it's so pretty. It's like my favorite pottery colors, the blues and the teals. I'm drinking Tulsi hibiscus tea, which I drink this quite a bit. I actually brought the box in so you could see. This is really good for you. The Tulsi tea it's holy basil. That's what Tulsi is. And I have just like the regular holy basil, but then I really like this hibiscus one better. And this brand makes different Tulsi flavored teas. So I get this at, I got this online, but you can also find it at Whole Foods if you have one of those near you. So let me take a little sip. I haven't sipped any yet, but this is just a really comforting tea. I'm really trying hard to not be disheartened by being sick this time of year. I know that sickness is currently everywhere in our area, at least. And I feel like that just happens this time of year. You know, it's just like part of this season, unfortunately. And yeah, I think what happens with me is that I kind of get a little bit of... So in the past, I've had a lot of sinus problems, and it seemed that for years, anytime I would even get like just a cold, it would settle in my sinuses, and then I would be sick for several months. And that would always happen like over the winter months. And so anytime I get a cold now, I'm like, I think I have a little bit of like a mild, like, I don't want to say PTSD because I feel like that's not an appropriate way to put it, but I just get a little bit like, oh no, am I gonna be sick for a long time? So I honestly hate being sick. That's part of the reason. I mean, I don't like having low energy either, but I think the bigger reason is that I've had so many sicknesses in the past that have lasted for like weeks, and that just makes me feel really nervous. But I'm trying to be more positive. about it. I've learned so much. I don't know how many of you know this, but I have dealt with anxiety disorder, clinical depression, panic disorder. It's not something I talk about very often online. I do talk about it with people close to me, or if I know someone is struggling with it. It's I think an area that God has enabled me to be helpful into others because I've dealt with it for 15 years now. But anytime I'm not feeling physically well, it impacts me mentally as well. So I'm just dealing with a little bit of that right now. But I've learned a lot over the last, particularly the last, I would say 3 to 4 years, on how I need to retrain my brain and get away from the worst case scenario thinking. So yeah, just being totally honest with you guys, I'm dealing with a little bit of that right now. I mean, I'll be fine, and it's just part of life, right? We all have things that we deal with from time to time. And yes, so I wanted to show you that tea, and then I would be remiss if I didn't talk about my favorite tea for this time of the year, and it is Stash Tea Christmas in Paris. One of you lovely viewers sent me this box last year during Vlogmas because I can't find this locally. And so one of you had sent this to me, which was so sweet. I'm gonna look. I literally only have one bag left, one tea bag. So I don't drink this any other time of the year. This is just my December tea. But I have, so this year I drank a couple at the end of November. And then the rest I had drank last year, or when I had company over, if they had picked it. But so I want to get online and see if I can find this online. I probably can find it on Amazon. But it has cocoa shells in it, peppermint, lavender, natural chocolate flavor, and vanilla extract. And it's so good. It's an herbal tea, so it doesn't have caffeine. Although the cocoa may add a little bit of caffeine, but like just probably a really tiny bit. But this is really good with, I usually drink it, so I'll drink it just plain, but then sometimes I'll add some milk and honey, which most of the time when I drink my herbal teas, I just don't add anything to them. I just like the taste of the tea. So I wanted to share that with you because if you like tea, if you're a tea drinker and you can get this, if you have it where you can get it, I highly recommend it. It's perfect for this time of year. They also have like Christmas morning and maybe one other one. I didn't care for those as much. I tried both of those, but this is by far my favorite. So I have sorry, I just saw somebody pull in my driveway. Wanted to make sure they weren't stopping here. I want to show you guys. Oh, so what I'm wearing, this is the Campside Shawl by Alicia Plummer. I'm not sure how she pronounces her name, but I knitted this years ago and I love it. It's in Shibui Knits. I don't remember the yarn, but I'm pretty sure. I don't even know that Shibui Knits makes yarn anymore. Did they stop manufacturing yarn? I don't remember for sure, but I think I remember hearing that. So yesterday I did open my little advents because I've been finding so much joy doing that. It's so exciting to do that. And I wanted to show you. So Laura, so this is because I opened Laura's yesterday. I'm alternating Laura's and Annie's, and I got this beautiful purple color. It's a little bit brighter on camera than it is on screen. I mean, it's a little bit brighter on screen than it is in real life. It's more of a dusky color in real life, but it's really pretty. And then she sent me these stitch markers. Actually, these are, stitch markers. I got stitch markers and progress keepers confused, but these are stitch markers. And as I said before, she has a shop. She has really beautiful wooden and resin stitch markers and progress keepers that I bought. So that was what was in my advent from Laura. And then from Jennifer, she's actually sent me multiple things. So this little vinyl bag and then the sticker with her business name on it. So it looks like it's a vinyl sticker. and then a pen with her logo. And oh my gosh, I've wanted little, are these called needle, what are these called? Like the little things you put on your ends so you don't lose your stitches. I've wanted something like this and I just never have bought it. And it's these cute little sheep. So I was so excited to see that, because now I will have, you just put them on the end of your needles to keep your stitches from falling off. And then this beautiful color is Cherry Blossom. Again, it's not quite so bright as it's showing on screen. So that was yesterday's, that was day 3. And then today I have 2 things to open. This is the one from Jennifer and this is from Annie. And let me see what we got here. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so I have this little, it's called a tiny container. It looks like a little toolbox, and just to keep like notions and stuff in. That's really cool. You can never have too many containers like that, right? You can stick them in your different bags and stuff, project bags. And then this is Woolberry Fiber Co. This is Chestnut In. That's really pretty. That'll make some good toes and cuffs for socks I make for my husband and Ian. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, and then we've got from Brazos Fiberworks. Oh, how pretty. I need these like bright colors in my life right now because it's been so gray outside. This is called Glitz and Glamour. Okay, so this leads into my next thing that I want to talk about, because I have never done an Advent specific project, which is funny because the last 2 years I have done specific episodes on how to use up your like yarn Advent kits and mini skeins and stuff, but I've never done one during the month of Vlogmas. So I'm gonna start one. I want to start one. Like I actually want to start one. I normally don't feel like I want to do that because it's usually so busy during this month. I don't know if it's because I've been sick or what, but it's like I just want to, like I want that this year. So I found a pattern that was actually not featured on my most recent Scrappy episode because it was just released, and it is another Amba O'Brien, and I have featured multiple projects of hers on my other 2 Scrappy episodes, but it is called the Euphorbia. Is it the Euphorbia wrap or shawl? I can't remember. I tried to print it out, but my printer is not working, so I'm gonna put a picture up here if I haven't already. And it's actually made for an Advent calendar, but it's made for a DK weight Advent calendar. But what I want to do is I am craving like a fuzzy, cozy knit. So I'm actually going to combine it. I'm going to hold my fingering weight. I think I'm going to do, I think I'm actually going to use the, where did all of them go? I have them in here. Where did they all go? Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna have fun and go in order of how Jennifer organized her Advent calendar, and then just hold it double with this Surrey alpaca. I have Surrey alpaca and I also have mohair that is the off-white, so I haven't decided yet, but I feel like holding this with it will be nice because it will help blend the colors together and then tone down anything that's like overly bright, which I think all these colors are really beautiful, but I just like a more toned down personally for me to wear. So I think this is going to be perfect, and I actually just want to wing it, and I don't know how Jennifer organized her colors. Like it's not a specific like fade or anything like that, so it's going to be a surprise, and I'm actually really excited about that, and I feel like I just need that right now in my life. So I'm going to go in order. And I think that was the correct order. I need to start marking. I need to mark the little labels so I remember, because I don't plan on knitting one section a day. I'm not going to do that to myself. That would be way too much. So this isn't going to get finished during Vlogmas. It's not even going to get finished in the month of December, I don't think. It's going to be a project that I start this month, but you know, I'll probably finish it in January. So I was so excited. I love, so that pattern is actually knit, like you start at the tip and then you increase and then you keep increasing until you get to the middle. And then I don't know if you do some knitting without any increasing or decreasing or not, but then you eventually start decreasing and then you work down to a little tip again. And so it's worked sideways, like side to side, which sounds wonderful because you never have like a massive amount of stitches on the needles at one time, like you would if you were doing a top down shawl or a tip up shawl. So that is the plan for me. I'm really excited. So I'm going to start today's little project for me is to get my mini skeins wound into balls and to get the mohair or the Surrey alpaca spun into cakes, made into cakes, and then I'm going to get started on that. But yeah, I'm really excited. So that will be something to look forward to. So today is Monday, which is my typical laundry catch-up day, which my wonderful husband, he's so sweet and caring. He got up and he did all the dishes, that like loaded the dishwasher, emptied it, loaded it, went downstairs, started a load of laundry for me because he knew I wasn't feeling well last night. And yeah, so he already had that going this morning, so I have to work on that. And then I need to get my sourdough. I need to bake bread, so I'll get that started today and I will bake tomorrow because my process takes roughly 20 to 24 hours. I do my second rise in the fridge overnight and then I bake the next morning. So I'm gonna go out and get that started. And I have a meeting this afternoon at the church for a ministry that I'm co-starting with another church member. So I have that as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to take it slow. I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday. I know I don't sound very good, but yeah, anyway, guys, it's just this time of year, right? It's just this time of year. So anyway, that's all for now. I'm gonna go get started on those things that need my attention, and I will talk to you guys later. So I just made myself I've had so much herbal tea today, just to keep drinking it because it's good for me. And I just made up a whole teapot of the lemon, ginger, cinnamon, and honey. So yeah, that is like a savior for your throat. All I do is for those of you who have never tried it before, I literally just like chop up a lemon, throw it in a teapot, chop up like probably 1.5 to 2 inches of ginger, which I like a lot of ginger. Chop that up, throw that in the teapot, throw in a couple cinnamon sticks, and put in some honey. I always eyeball it. I never measure stuff. And pour boiling water over it. Let it steep for like 15 minutes, and then you enjoy it. Because yeah, it's really well, it's good for you, and it's just so comforting. Well, I think it's like one of those drinks that when you're sick, it's just a comforting drink. So I want to hop on here. I only have 30 minutes before I have to leave for my meeting. And I have spent the day, it's heading on to 3 o'clock now in the afternoon. I have spent the day doing laundry and kitchen stuff, and I got dinner prepped, chopped, put in the crock pot, so that when I get home for my meeting tonight, I don't have to do any of that because my meeting's at 3:30, but I'm assuming I'll probably take an hour, so I won't get home until going on like almost 5. What else did I do? I don't know. I feel like I've been fairly productive. I still feel fairly decent. I definitely feel better than yesterday, so that's awesome. And I ended up winding up all of my little mini skeins, and I ended up just wrapping them in their wrappers, in their labels, and then I marked the day on each one so that I will know. And then I decided to use the Surrey alpaca because it's furrier. Like, look at that. It is some furry yarn. And because I'm not, I just lost a skein under the couch. Because I'm not sure about the colors and how they're going to play with each other in this advent, I thought this would really, like, all this white extra furriness will help blend the colors better. So right now I feel like they're pretty, nice. Now if I get a mini skein that's like way out in left field as far as matching or looking nice with the rest of them, then I will just sub in one from my stash. But yeah, this is going to be so cozy. I'm actually really excited about this. Still haven't been able to print off the pattern because my printer still isn't working. My husband will be able to look at that when he gets off work, but I may not even need to. I was reading through it, and I may not have to do that. So I may just be able to use my phone. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I did and what I decided. And yeah, I'm gonna take a few minutes now just to like sit down and drink this before I have to head out, and I'll probably check in with you all later.